welcome to Cutting the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben, and this week I'm hanging out with Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
Today we bring you Operation Sunray, and it's a bit of a doozy.
Certainly is.
It is a bit of a doozy.
If you like aliens, psychics, things like that.
Friend of the show returning, or Mike's friend of the show.
Oh, Baba Vanga.
Baba Vanga does feature in this, and Mike's getting excited sexually.
Baba Vanga, he sounds like an evil African general. You will listen to Baba Vanga, or I will take your hands.
No, she's a Bulgarian blind psychic.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yes, Mike is getting sexually excited because Baba Vanga features.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She's definitely his type, old and blind.
Any type I can get. The blinder the better.
As the saying goes, Mike, any hole is indeed a goal.
Well, I was going to say beauty's in the eye of the beholder, which is slightly more romantic. But...
I'll fuck anything that moves.
Well, let's thank some new returning listeners. Then we'll move on to Operation Sunray.
Apologies to all the ladies who just tuned out.
I don't think we've got that many female
Yeah, we've got
listeners,
hordes of them.
No.
Omaha in the US, Ashburn in the US, Vevey in Switzerland. Enjoy that Nazi gold, you fucks. Frankfurt am Main in Germany. I know a word of the guy in Vevey, he's got all your gold. Mansfield in the UK, Madrid in Spain, Bristol in the UK, Boardman, Oregon, Seattle in the US, Perth in Australia, Zahodzina, I don't know where that is, I don't know what flag that is.
Belarus.
Is it Belarus?
I believe so.
Oh, you Russian supporting fuck.
Los
You
Angeles?
insult anyone else of our listeners?
No, not just not the non-Western ones.
There's people listening in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, wow.
Can you just picture that?
No.
Some Los Angeles looking person in their Los Angeles looking car in the sunset, cruising down the boardwalk. Or whatever the fuck they call their roads.
Just a road, I think.
Highway.
I don't think they're cruising down the Broadwalk, because that wouldn't like be the footpath.
I think that's what we call. I think the boardwalk's what we call a pier.
Ah,
Yeah.
I hope they're not driving.
Under the boardwalk.
Well, I hope they're not driving off it.
Well, we do have that effect. You know when there was that spate of vehicular terrorism, when people were just ploughing trucks into busy streets.
Yeah.
Has anyone checked what was on the radio? Because
An English podcast called Cutting from the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse has been held to blame the recent spate of vehicular terrorism. It wasn't us, Your Honour.
oh dear.
Oh, I've lost where I am now. Los Angeles, Marietta in the US, Brussels, Belgium, Chatham in the UK, Falkenstein in Germany, Lyon in Spain, and Des Moines in the US.
I think it's Des Moines.
Des Moines. Well, it's
Des Moines. He lives down the corner.
Yeah, he drinks in the unicorn.
You know Des.
You know Des Moines. Works at the sites.
Slipknot from there, aren't they?
I think they are actually, yeah. Iowa, I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you very much for listening. Follow us on Facebook at Cutting the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. YouTube is Apocalypse Bull. SoundCloud, Spotify, all your other podcasting platforms. Cutting for the Bull in the PTA. So, Operation Sunray, December 6th, 1990. So we're not that... Well, it doesn't seem that far long ago to me.
Yeah,
34 years.
but we're old as shit now. So.
Yeah, I know. This is the problem. Fall of the USSR. Bulgaria's got its independence, and they are skint. Absolutely skint. So a search, the Bulgarian Emperor Samuel of the First Bulgarian Empire's buried treasure lead in the mountains of the village of Zarincha by the Bulgarian Ministry of Defence leads to a strange discovery in the depths of a hole dug into the Earth's surface. Following the quickening dissolution of the Soviet Union and Bulgaria's economy steadily failing, they hope to sell this historic and cultural treasure to pay off their looming debt and regain their economic stability, which in itself is quite sad.
Yep.
We think the first Bulgarian emperor buried all the treasure. Let's dig it up and sell it.
Down this hole, this random hole.
In this village, in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, when they say hole, like, How big's the hole?
540 feet, I think it was.
Is that the depth?
Yeah.
But how
200 feet,
like
270 feet wide, something like that.
that's not a hole. That's like a
Chasm.
that's like a fucking crater. Like that's just. I mean, yeah. I suppose technically a hole can be any size, can't it? But
Oh, you should see some of my girlfriends.
oh, Ben. Welcome to Bernard Manning's comedy night.
Well, we haven't been the Bernard Manning podcast for a while now, have we, to be fair? We've almost gone politically correct.
Fuck off. Have we fuck?
Well, I have to be careful what I say nowadays.
Well, you're a politician.
And obviously, all my opinions are my own and not a reflection of any authoritarian body I'm part of.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes down in court.
God, if anyone ever did find this, I'll be fucked. Just in the older ones. Oh,
Especially those really dodgy African accents you used to do.
that was you.
I don't know what to mean.
If I did, you should drop the R-bomb a lot.
Well, I don't think it was a hole originally, was it? They had to dig.
They've got to dig it, yeah.
Right.
It wasn't 500 odd feet.
So I'm just wondering why no one's ever been curious before. You know, the hole.
Yeah.
I'll meet you by the hole, the giant hole that takes up half the village.
Wonder what's down there.
Don't
Oh,
know.
we better not look.
Better.
Better not look.
A mysterious man named Dmitry Kekemanov from the tiny village of Krudets comes to the Phenomena Association branch of the Bulgarian MOD. I like Phenomena
That's good.
Association.
Yeah,
That's like the Bulgarian X-Files.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'm Agent Moldanov.
Yeah,
Scullyov.
Skulinska.
Mike, in that book we're reading, what's his name, Ben?
Louis Elizondo.
That's it. Isn't his crew, their little branch is called the Shadow Hunters?
That's it, yeah.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? But I like Phenomenon Association.
That's good. And he claimed to have had dreams of long-dead Bulgarian revolutionaries. Vasov, Rakovsky, Levsky and Borov. I don't know who any of them are. Famous Bulgarian revolutionaries, clearly.
Not a patch on the Beatles.
Well, these long-dead Bulgarian revolutionists revealed to him, in dreams, the location of the great and lost treasure of the Tsar Samuel.
This is insane. It's like Ben going to the Ministry of Defence and saying, I've been having dreams and King Henry, whatever, the Fifth has been telling me in my dreams where he hid his buried treasure. We have to go and find it.
It's in France, and also I get to claim the French throne. Should we find it?
Okay, here's several $1 million, some soldiers, and all the equipment you need.
Yeah.
Take away.
Thank you very much, Field Marshal.
You can't fuck with dreams. Mind you, come on, isn't Bulgaria famous for being boring? Like, I only know that because in Red Dwarf he says plainer than a Bulgarian pin-up.
Yes, but we do know that Eastern European women are attractive.
They are now. Did they have teeth back then?
Well,
They were very poor.
But it's 1990, so I don't know.
My point is, although the Phenomenon Association sounds cool, it's the Phenomenon Association of Bulgaria. That bloke might be sitting there,
One guy.
like counting his own beard hairs because he's had nothing to do ever.
Are you
And
the
somebody,
Phenomenon Association? Yes, we saw 3 cats together at once. Oh my god!
somebody walks in and says, "I know where the gold's buried." Fuck me, we got one. All the alarms are ringing.
Oh, I
he
hope they've
gets,
got a pole.
gets his uniform on. Fucking take me to the hole.
Oh man. But he claims he was instructed to lead the Bulgars into greatness once again.
Wow.
And that he was himself a descendant of the historic leader imbued with cosmic intelligence to carry out his
Jesus.
duty. He specifically seeks out the military due to his belief that they would not profit from from this excursion.
Corruption in the military.
Well, you're pretty much in a military dictatorship at this point in Bulgaria, because
yeah.
what happens when a government tends to fall, the military tends to step in and take over because they're the only people who are organised.
Well, we all know that no soldier has ever stolen anything from a country that they're having a war in, ever.
No.
And never, no gold from Iraq, no golden guns from wherever Gaddafi was from. They didn't ransack his palace and fill their pockets with anything they could get their hands on. The army doesn't do that.
The British Army
anywhere.
in 1812 with the Battle of Vittoria, when it raided the French baggage train, definitely didn't make off with over 5 million in France.
Why would they? They're all paid
never
so
do
well.
that.
They all stole all that African art and
No, India,
Artifacts.
we never took all their gold and minerals.
their jewels.
Their jewels. It just fell into our pockets as we were leaving.
The spoils of war.
It's a beautiful phrase, that is, isn't it? Well, Bulgaria has a historic culture of treasure hunting, and the oldest deposits of subterranean gold in the Earth's surface were found in Bulgaria.
Okay.
So, Naplatinov, a colonel within the MOD, is the first to take real concern with this story, appointing his daughter Marina, a self-described psychic, to lead and oversee the dig. No nepotism here.
It's just the mental leading the mental.
She is actually a famous psychic. She's not just appointed his daughter because she needs the pay. She is actually I say
Quotation marks.
legit psychic.
I was going to say famous psychic, aka massive liar.
Yes. That's why we've never done an episode on mediums, because we're just going to sit here and go, well, that's bollocks.
Twats. Well, I've
Liar,
literally watched.
bollocks.
I've watched like David. Oh fuck, what's his name? Shit, Darren Brown. Like
Do it all.
show it how exactly
Yeah.
it's con man trick. It's old like end of the pier tricks type shit. Anyway, but like we were saying before we started recording, we were having a little chat about remote viewing, weren't we? And the possibility maybe some people genuinely are. How are we to? Maybe there's mutants. I don't know.
The issue is with the psychic thing. It's like, don't give me some vague answer. Because that's all you ever get, isn't it? The medium?
Maybe that's
It's a
all
vague answer.
Maybe all you pick up is vague pictures.
If you're speaking to the dead, I want something a bit more specific.
Okay, I don't think speaking to those people are just fuck them, but I mean maybe it is possible because. Okay, I'll save it till we move it because.
One day we'll do an episode on it and we can sit here and slag it off.
Because she's not trying to commune with the dead, is she? Is she trying to tell them what's down this hole?
Where to dig.
Because that's a
kind
bit
of thing.
like remote viewing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I guess it is.
Unless she's communicating with the dead.
The dead who buried it.
Yeah, I don't know.
The gold. Okay.
So, a ritual seance is carried out before the project is commenced, with only certain individuals being present. And what happened inside is unknown. I like the idea of a ritual seance, though. That sounds... I don't believe it, but it sounds cool.
They're just sitting on a table, aren't they? Pretending.
Fucking with hoods on.
An expedition is carried out to search for said treasure over the course of 2 years, costing over 16 million lev.
About 20 quid.
3 cabbages.
I don't know what the Bulgarian economy was like in the 1990s.
Well, not very good, clearly, because they're digging for treasure. It slowly becomes something else, as both local and military appointed psychics, including Baba Vanga and Elisveta Longinova, are appointed to the project, claiming to be drawn to the hole and compel the military to dig deeper. Baba Vanga is a blind mystic from the Kozu Mountains who claims to have the powers of clairvoyance and soothsaying. She was studied extensively by Soviet officials who concluded her predictions were up to 80% accurate.
They claim.
But that's a Soviet 80%, which means it's a Western 10%.
It's also a Soviet claim.
Yeah, there is that. I think there's a quote from Baba Vanga: there will come a time of miracles and a time of great discoveries in the field of the immaterial. There will also be great archaeological discoveries that will fundamentally change our understanding of the world since ancient times. So it is predetermined. The psychics start producing documents of automatic writing, ancient runes, and maps that they described as being messages of an entity guiding them. And this no longer becomes a search for treasure.
Automatic writing. You're basing like a decision on like someone's just sat there and wrote the first gibberish that comes to their mind. Pages of it. I've done a map!
Well, Crowley's Book of the Law was automatically written, if you remember rightly, by Eowulf.
That just proves a point, doesn't it?
Was it famous for its literary skill?
No, it isn't. No. It's a very hard
Just a stream of consciousness by a chance.
Yes.
That's basically what it
It's
is.
bullet points of consciousness all the way through. It's incredibly difficult to read.
I remember my thing with stream of consciousness. Bob Dylan, one of the best lyricists, of all time. People have often said if his songs were just poems, he'd have what's that prize?
Pulitzer?
Yeah, something like. Yeah. Oh no, a literary one. Is it a Pulitzer? Anyway,
but journalism.
Point is,
Nobel Prize.
Nobel Prize for literature or something. But the point is, in the 60s, he wrote a book called Tarantula, which was stream of consciousness poetry. I bought this book so excited.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck, it's nonsensical, it's gibberish. It's fucking this ain't as good as Sad-Eyed Lady of the Lowlands, do you know what I mean? This is bollocks. Even the greatest, you can't just sit and word after word, on purpose. I'm not going to think.
Yeah.
Flea, gibble, carpet, cat, football. It's bollocks.
Have you never written anything and had just the words flow from you?
Yeah, that's different.
Onto the page.
You're thinking that you've got an idea that and you're like, oh yeah, and it's all, and it does feel like you're channeling it. And it's beautiful, it makes you feel nice. But, we should try it as an experiment, actually, some actual stream of consciousness. I'd be frightened what would come out of mine. Bondage, whips, chains, pain. No, it wouldn't.
You've been reading my mind.
Baba Bungay, whatever her name is, told me.
Baba Vanga.
Oh, sorry.
If anyone's communing with Baba Vanga, it's my commune. He's not going to be happy if he's not talking to his girl.
Convene with her in my dreams.
Why do you fancy her? Is there a picture? What am I missing? Is it just the name?
And you need to take a quick pause here, and we need to show Gaz Baba Vanga.
Back in a minute.
Gaz, we've just had a quick look at Baba Vanga.
Were you stunned by her beauty?
Well, it's not my proudest wank. But I got there. Yeah, she looks like... Close your eyes and imagine an Eastern European impoverished blind old lady from the 1990s. That's Baba Vanga. She's
a bit of a stereotype, isn't she?
Yeah, I still would.
You gotta fight Mike for her, will you?
Fucking hell. That's how I'm gonna die. Mike caves my skull in for Baba Vanga.
She's dead now, but...
Hasn't stopped you.
No.
We can still talk to her, though, using her techniques.
That's it, yeah. Well, you two can. I'm not really that fussed.
Meet up with her on the astral plane.
Ooh.
I prefer my Asian European women younger than that. Not 80.
Yeah.
Well, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah. God, these people were so desperate for fucking treasure, weren't they?
They really
Jesus
were.
Christ. There's a bunch of mentalists in a room, fucking scribbling out fucking pages of automatic writing and maps and dribbling. And yeah, let's go. Because I imagine if they were that desperate, they didn't have loads of money to waste on.
Well, they spent 16 million lev on it, so over the course of it, I mean.
We need.
But then again, that's you gotta speculate to accumulate, haven't you?
That's what they say. What's their money called? Sorry.
The lev. It might be different now, but it was the lev in 1990.
See if I can find out. So 16 million lev in 1990.
So Dmitry, Ovkarov of the National Institute of Archaeology is contacted and warned not to reveal any of what he's about to see. He is given 30 to 40 sheets of these writings from the psychics, and he tells them he can confirm that these are texts of various ancient cultures, including cuneiform of Sumerian origin, Thracian, Indo-European writing, hieroglyphs from Egypt and North Africa, runes of Hittite origin, and other unknown writings of unconnected cultures.
Well, that's mad, isn't it?
Yes.
It isn't just gibberish.
No, it's fucking all sorts in all fairness.
How the hell do they know how to write in them languages? They've been dead for centuries.
Well, it also depends on the...
It all depends on the validity of the whole thing. I mean, we don't know if this has been added on at some point. It's bollocks.
It could be. We don't know if they just thought, I don't know, let's fucking do some Sumerian cuneiform. And,
let's just do some Sumerian cuneiform. I feel like doing some... I was saying, how the fuck do they know how to do it?
They looked in books. I don't know. How educated is the National Institute of Archaeology in Bulgaria.
Well, that's it. What are these guys' credentials, if he exists at all?
Well, you mean he doesn't? There were over 100 repeated but unknown unique characters were indecipherable. He asks how this were possible and implies it may be some kind of proto-historic foundation for all base language and text.
Wow.
He notices these are all on pieces of paper and requests if he can possibly see the source texts or any further information, but is told they cannot tell him any more.
What's with all the cloak and daggers, man?
Well, you've got fucking psychics writing out dozens of languages in what's it called, automatic writing?
Yeah, and he said, right, how have you managed to do this? Now, we can't tell you that.
Can't tell you that. Top secret, mate.
I'm just researching. Sorry, boys, I am listening. 16 million. How many zeros would that be?
Six.
Oh, I did one too many. Right, we're getting there. I found it. I found a website. So 16 million Bulgarian levs in 1990 on the 1st of January.
Is it 20 quid?
It's not far.
Isn't it?
£756 £49. I'm sorry.
But remember, that's 1990 700 quid, which is
You know.
Grand.
so it's probably about 1,500 quid now.
Oh, God.
So they hired some diggers then.
I'd hate to see the state of them for 700 quid.
Well, Soviet era diggers, yeah. It cost 20 quid to make. They don't work half the time, and they just belch out noxious diesel fumes, but you know, they'll get there eventually.
Could this bloke be full of shit and he studied the ruins before he came and did the automatic writing?
Well, who's to say?
Could he be steeped in this stuff and is blagging it? It's possible.
Well, it was the psychics that wrote it, wasn't it?
Yeah, the psychics wrote
Well,
it.
they could know it. They could.
Well,
If I was going to blag you, I would learn that shit
I was
first.
on the back, you're going to learn it.
Oh, yeah.
you don't know if she's learned it in the past.
Braille. Sumerian text in Braille.
Well, it was in tablets, wasn't it? You know, maybe she... That's
Maybe
the first
she learned it
Braille.
before she went blind. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe the Anunnaki just sent it directly to her mind.
Possibly. Now, during the course of the dig, the Colonel's daughter, Marina, also a psychic, complains of intense exhaustion and
Or
headaches,
it could be a tumour.
It's not a tumor.
to which she is ordered to stay at home and rest as the military continue the expedition. Unfortunately, she would never return, as her body was found in a river near her home, with her death having been ruled
Jesus.
as a suicide.
Well, that took a dark turn.
It's
I can't believe I bullshitted my dad to the point where he spent 700 quid on this fucking fake dig.
we haven't got any money.
I can't take it. They're not going to find anything 'cause it's just a fucking hole.
Well, the belief of her father is that Mariana was tormented by psionic attacks and sonic harassment through something called by the Lipton weapon by the other psychics in collusion with his colleagues.
Oh, mate, that's a big cope. I know you're grieving, but...
Well, having been invaded by telepathic thoughts not of her own mind, ordering to poison herself and throw herself off buildings, she did. She killed herself in the river.
It's a bit of a leap, though, to think it was them psychics. They've got a weapon in their
Well,
brains.
it's whatever they're digging for has given her these thoughts.
I get that bit, but I feel that if that might be something a father's telling himself to make himself feel better.
You might be right.
You know, a big cope.
Very big cope. Well, this led to his removal from the project, and Colonel Menchev takes his place.
Jesus.
He refuses psychiatric help and admittance, and Napolatov is later found dead under a bridge in Sofia. So,
Oh my god.
the other psychics deny this allegation of harassment and instead claim she was tormented by an entity known as Kiki, which misled both her and the project astray, as the true entity is from a distant star system they must follow and let guide them, which they say is known as Roro. Kiki and Roro.
And madder, doesn't it, this story? Fucking hell.
As the dig continues, they discover an expansive cave system leading over 7,000 feet into the Earth's
Well,
crust.
that's not what I heard. I heard it was 570 feet.
Well, A point comes in which their tools can no longer destroy the rock they're excavating, and they start having to resort to explosives to continue. A dry heat envelops the workers as they toil endlessly deeper.
Yeah, because 7,000 feet, you know, pretty close. They're a lot closer to the core than they've ever been before.
It's really hot, really fast.
Is it straight down or is it across as well? Because it's 7,000 feet into the crust. So is it a gradual going down?
Yeah, diagonally. I haven't got a clue. I don't. Well, you can't go. You can't just keep going straight down, can you?
No, you'd have to. They find this caves don't tend to go. Well, they do go straight down. Cave systems tend to go across.
What's the deepest hole?
Because mining, when you go along, you've got to build, haven't you, as you go in and build your frame, haven't you? As you go, you can't do that.
You find the caves though. If you dig down into the caves,
and then you got to abseil into it.
Was it that hole where the devil came out of?
That's the one.
The Kola super deep borehole.
That's it.
Yeah, but we bored that with like a.
I know.
They haven't got that sort of. Or maybe they have. I've got to remember this is 1990, not 1780. Because it's just with like it's the sort of story where you think, you can't really see modern people.
No, Eastern Europeans are incredibly superstitious, aren't they?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, this was 1989. They bored this hole. It was 40,000 feet, 7.619 miles.
That's the super
True
deep borehole.
Vertical depth. Yeah.
7 miles. Oh, I can imagine miles. I can't imagine.
So what's this? 7,000 feet. It's.
Is that
a
mile? Is it? I don't know. How long's?
What was 40 divided by 7 point?
Don't fucking ask me. I've no idea.
I can understand.
No one asking me a maths question.
So 7,000 feet in miles, because I can understand miles. 1.3 miles.
No, that's not that far, though.
Nah. But well, we say it's not that far to walk.
Far enough.
It's far enough if you're digging straight down or
Yeah.
diagonally or whichever
7
direction.
miles is the longest we've ever gone down.
And they've gone a seventh of the longest.
I think they go down and I think that they find the caves going kind of across. As Bamavanga warns the military to stop their operations and warns them of what they might find. She tells them to come back to her when they find, quote, the stairs and to continue no further. She tells of disturbing the balance of what keeps the earth spinning, great plumes of radiation, floods, and an ancient bacterial life form being reawakened within the cave walls, asking what they will do when they find it and what they will do when it speaks to them.
I think this 80-year-old Bulgarian lady should be writing for Marvel. Ancient bacterial life forms.
Yeah. As they dug deeper, higher incidents of anomalous... Oh, God, how do you say that? Anomalous phenomena were reported by local villagers, including UFO sightings, metallic taste, which is a signature of radiation.
Is it?
Yeah, if you're exposed to high radiation, you'll start to taste metal.
I'm just looking on a coin.
Yes. Loss of memory, nightmares, and having thoughts that were not their own.
My thoughts are not my own.
I think so, are they? They're in your head.
Kill all the villagers. Oh, not mine, I don't want to kill anybody.
You're right, Gaz. No, my thoughts are not my own.
They're telling me to become a woman.
You don't hear that, do you? Oh, God.
Following the directions of logging over to ignore her warnings, they continue. The thrumming vibrations of the Earth's plate steadily increasing as they come upon an opening. An antechamber lined with extremely polished and smooth rock is discovered, which leads to a larger opening dropping a further 15 metres below. Pink is the dominant colour here, covered in rocks of yellow, white, red, grey and black and orange chromatic blemishes. Walls adorned with the same myriad of paradoxical writings of ancient cultures, inquisitional alchemy, astrological symbols, and artistic reliefs the psychics had received in their mind's eye. So this is all the shit on the walls they've been seeing.
Yeah.
That's the stuff they've been writing down. Seemingly carved and ornate in a temple-type structure that seemed to place importance to a vastly large object in the centre of the room, a capsule, towering and made of organic material, seemingly under pressure in the dim electric light of their lamps illuminated within the object some kind of cherry red being within the translucence of the sarcophagus.
Ooh.
Has anyone took pictures of this?
If they have, I haven't seen them.
Has anyone been back down the hole?
No, they filled it in after.
Right.
Yeah.
It all went a bit pear-shaped.
Yeah, to say the least.
Spoiler alert.
Always tends to, doesn't it?
I was going to say,
Whenever
which story doesn't?
Whenever you dig up the ancient tomb of a non-human entity, it always goes a bit pear-shaped in my experience.
Was that ancient bacterial life form like COVID?
The military deemed what they found as Object 001.
Original.
Yeah. And all personnel exposed to the object were overcome with chronic exhaustion, vomiting, delirium, burns, and sickness, causing their slow but eventual death. I'd say that's radiation poisoning.
Yeah.
The psychics among the crew claim that through dreams, visions, and messages, that this object had always desired to be found, and is an ancient progenitor of all life on Earth and an androgynous embodiment of a cosmic consciousness.
Fucking metal. Ancient progenitor of all life.
Ancient progenitor of life on Earth.
I'm telling you, she needs to.
Androgynous embodiment of a cosmic consciousness. Metal! Yeah!
Man, she missed a trick. She should have wrote comics.
Yeah.
Cosmic shit, man.
She would have sent it in, wouldn't it? It was in Sumerian hieroglyphs.
Yeah, Stan Lee could not understand Sumerian hieroglyphs, that was your problem. This object would reveal the truth of man's past, present, and future, fulfilling our every desire and the completion of the human condition before our next extinction event.
Jesus.
Ominous. But we all get to be super fucking awesome and then we all die off.
Oh, God.
The completion of the human condition.
That's an interesting phrase, isn't it?
Maybe it
that
means
potential.
maybe the extinction will be everything else and not us. All the animals will die and we'll have to live off mushrooms, and that will cause a mass awakening, and we'll fly off into the space.
Just fly off. Just
In
I'm
our
going to
minds.
crouch down and just spring into space.
That's what it'll feel like you've done in your mind.
Well, no, because it's the completion of the human condition. I can survive in space at this point.
That's what a full diet of magic mushrooms for breakfast, for dinner, for tea.
You can jump to Mars.
Boing. Bye.
You have to secrete some kind of something over to protect you from the vacuum.
Well, no, you're
How use your mind.
How use your mind?
Use your mind.
You're travelling
Put
with your...
a mental bubble around yourself. And
Yeah.
just off into space.
Off you go. Bye. Your body will still be there playing PlayStation or whatever. No change there, dribbling away. Staring mindlessly into the screen, as we all do.
Guilty of it.
Yeah, well, and then your mind will be on Mars. But anyway, these people didn't go to Mars, they just died horribly, didn't they?
They did.
The sounds of it, yeah.
Of the crew that remains, the psychics instruct the military personnel that everybody must get out and hide indoors, as there are beings who are arriving and they're coming to the tunnel to see what they have found. They do as instructed, and all that can be heard from their digging trailers on the surface is the barking of their dogs as they wait until it is safe to leave again. Some of the military are convinced this is a hoax made up by these psychics, and that much is partially true, as some of the psychics are there for nefarious purposes, but others maintain their faith with no ill intention. Locals surrounding the capital of Sofia maintain that this was a money laundering process to aid in transitions between the then communist government to a social democracy.
It's like 700 quid.
1,500 quid in today's money.
Alright, well. A bit elaborate as a fucking money laundering scheme, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's cost you.
It's cost you get a 10% kickback.
It's 70 quid. Get yourself some new sunglasses.
Get yourself some new eyes.
It cost the Bulgarian government 16 million lev. But if all the military guys are taking I don't know, robbed the Soviet fucking bank or something before it went downhill, and got the gold out or something.
They send it down there to
burying
bury
it
it.
down there.
Oh, look what we found.
Well, they know what this wooden trucks can drive it down the hole.
Yeah, and then they find it. It's like we found this,
But did they find it, or were they just storing stuff down there?
You
Like
say, if you hid it...
that's what I'm saying. They stored it down there.
But if you hide it there, right, and you don't want anyone to go back down there looking, what do you tell everyone? Well, we found a fucking ancient space consciousness.
Space god?
That killed everyone with radiation poisoning. Their fucking faces melted. Look, they're dead. Dead as fuck.
I hope it's like Indiana Jones.
Well, or you just make that up.
The Covenant.
If I was going to make something up... If I
Faces melt.
No,
Well-
that's Holy Grail.
Was it the Holy Grail?
Oh, no,
is it?
you're right. No, it's the Ark of the Covenant, sorry. They went really old in the Grail, didn't they?
That's it.
But if you were going to make something up to keep someone out your hole,
Why not?
go big.
This hole was being examined by top.
You can't
men.
say, oh, it's dangerous down there. Don't go down there.
Not unless you're a top man.
Everyone will be down there.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying. Or there is an ancient consciousness that's a bacteria and all sorts, and Baba Banga.
Baba Vanga. Baba Banga.
Oh.
Well, Mike calls her Baba Vanga.
What a banger.
I thought that was her actual name. Oops.
That was a porn star name.
God, Baba Bangs.
Oh, I love this woman. She writes amazing sci-fi stories, right?
And she's blind and
And
old.
she's fucking fit.
Oh, well, there's no accounting for taste.
Well,
Others believe it to be some kind of testing ground for psychotronic weapons. You ever heard of them?
No.
You ever heard of the Cuban, the Havana thing recently? Where the Americans are getting nosebleeds and intense headaches. That's a psychotronic weapon.
firing some energy frequency at them. And...
That's right, yeah.
The same as the brown note, is it?
I desperately want the brown note to be
It's
real
not
thing.
real though, is it, apparently? But that's
I-
so funny,
I
the
want it
idea
to
of it.
be.
Brrr. Oh, God!
Because you ain't doing nothing after you shit yourself.
You could really
As a
ruin...
rioter, are you?
You could really ruin a concert. The keyboard player slips on the wrong note. Fuck! The wrong note!
Everyone just shits themselves.
10,000.
This concert's no fun anymore.
Imagine the smell. 10,000 people just vacate instantly.
It'd be all over the floor.
That'd be the only saving grace, is the fact that everybody's done it.
Oh, God, doesn't make it any better.
No,
Right, okay, here's a conundrum.
You're
Would
in
you
the middle of
rather 10,000 people in the arena shat themselves instantly, including you, or just you?
10,000 people at the same time. I don't want that.
But if it was just you can sneak off. If 10,000 people do it, you're going to be surrounded, assaulted.
Depends where I am. If I'm at the edge of it, that's fine. If I'm right in the middle,
I don't want the. Oh no. And then you're going to fucking waddle off to the toilet. Just you doing it. No, I want everyone to
But
do
imagine
it.
10,000 people
and we-
slipping and sliding
and
over
we all-
each other.
We all stand
No.
there in the same discomfort.
Why would you want to...
I know.
Just to picture it, 10,000 people all scrambling out at the same time with shit flying everywhere and just the
Rivers of
smell
shit.
of it. Just you'd rather that than just you just have to sneak
Well,
off.
I like scat.
You just want everyone else to suffer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well-
If I'm going to suffer, so's everyone else.
Well, fair enough. I would just quietly and in a dignified fashion, quietly.
Waddle to the toilet.
Yes.
Remove your boxes. Hide
Well,
them behind the cistern.
It depends.
Wipe.
It
And
depends.
then rejoin the crowd.
Depends how bad of an incident it's been. Because, well, yeah. Sorry, should we carry on? The brown note, that's how we got on that.
Yeah, I want it to be true. I want it to be a thing.
I do.
If I ever take power, I'm going to play loads of millions into research of the brown note.
There's easier ways.
Well, villagers maintain the paranormal and spiritual connection the village has to other worlds and planes of existence, as is local superstition. The CIA are made aware of the possible extraterrestrial aspect of this project.
Of course they have to fucking...
The CIA have got to turn up, haven't they? The location's history of UFO sightings due to the military involvement.
I do believe this has been translated from Bulgarian, hasn't it?
Possibly.
the syntax.
It is a bit dodgy in places, isn't it?
It was alright at the start, it's got worse as it's gone on. The question is that of human imagination, the concept of faith, belief, changing our perception of experience and reality, conspiracies, superstition, paranoia, the occult, living dead girl. Sorry, that's practically Rob Zombie at that point. The occult, religion, fear, the unknown and the paranormal make up the foundations of the human psyche, and I think that's absolutely fucking right, to be fair.
Yeah, certainly ours. Conspiracies.
Yeah, but you didn't need dig a 7,000 foot hole to find that out, did you?
You didn't need to spend 700 quid.
No. Shocking amount of money.
Existing within ourselves without an apparent reason and incapable of understanding without interpretation. Local and external biases can shape our desires to believe or dismiss as we are purely phenomenological beings. I've never heard that word before.
What the fuck?
Phenomenological. I love it.
Phenomenological. 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 Wow.
Now, November the 9th, 1992. All documents concerning the project were destroyed by the military or have gone missing. The holes suddenly filled with concrete and the site quickly abandoned. They left and never returned.
Read that last bit.
It ends with a quote. I don't know who the quote is, but they say that the earth will have to be destroyed twice, once by fire and once by water, and this has already happened. In the future, it will be destroyed for the second time by fire. Well, that's not hard. It's nuclear fire at that point.
Get fucking hell. That's what the aliens said.
Well, I don't know if this might have been written there. I don't know. It's who can say?
Could be Baba Vanga.
Could be Baba Vanga. She's been quite prominent in this.
Baba Vanga.
See Mike's erection for me. So Operation Sunray. It's mad as fuck.
It is, isn't it?
It's a hell of a story, but I'm afraid to say, off the fence, I think it's bollocks. But
I'd love to go there.
we filled it in with concrete.
Well, I know, but
Yeah, but it costs 700 quid.
yeah.
We'd have to go with a jackhammer and mining equipment, otherwise we'd just be staring at some concrete in Bulgaria. Well, fucking, I'm not going on holiday with you. I'm not going on holiday with him.
Yeah, Mike, I want to sit by the pool, man. No, school fucking the corpse of Baba Vanga.
No, but wouldn't it be cool just to spend a few nights there and just see?
If our faces melt.
Is there a possibility that the Russians have just buried a load of nuclear waste?
You are not planning my holiday. Why are we here, Mike?
Haha, your boost is blue.
We can hook up with the local psychic and see if she can tune into anything.
Oh, God.
Well, that's it. It's a cut into the ball field trip.
I don't want to go to Bulgaria.
I've got a Bulgaria.
Right, it's meant to be really nice.
Yeah. And cheap, clearly. We'll take Pete and Claire. We'll send them down the hall first.
Canary down the mine shaft. No, look,
I never said nothing about self-sacrifice.
I don't want to go anywhere. That's the problem. I'm too old for Bulgaria.
What's wrong with Bulgaria?
I'm too old for all the countries. I'm not just picking on
What, you
Bulgaria.
wouldn't even go to Cyprus and sit in the sun and have a thoroughly nice time?
I would if there wasn't airplanes involved and just airports and
They are a ball ache.
yeah, just human cattle at that point.
It
know it's
is
great
literally
once you
hurry
get
up
there.
And wait. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and get here, no wait.
Yeah.
Hurry up and get there, no wait.
Stand there, not there. Ah!
You know, you used to go to the counter, you'd put a case on the little conveyor and weigh it. They'd put the label on. Now you got to do it yourself now. Yeah, you got to go with a little terminal, put your case on the scales,
Less
put in all your
humans.
details. Like, what the fuck is this?
Less humans.
Well, believe it or not, I don't think this was translated from Bulgarian. It was written by someone called Connor Reid, who was a musician from Glasgow.
Oh,
Wait, Scottish, it's
So his
even
English
worse.
isn't great, is it?
Phenomenological.
Love you, Connor.
He likes to write stories of all kinds, especially poetry and plots for video games.
Yes, but this is we filmed this on several other sources and we watched the videos.
Yeah, I don't know if...
I very much doubt this comes from Connor's story.
No, some of it I think he may have added.
Well, it was an interesting story.
It certainly was.
I don't know where I am with this.
And I learnt a new word, phenomenological.
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 I don't know.
Easy for you to say.
I don't know where I am with this, to be honest.
Well, it's bollocks.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah. I bet me left nut.
That's the only one he's got left.
Is the other one after his penis in space?
After the last bet he made. No, but I think, no offence to Connor, oh, come on. They fucking... So they found a fucking talking consciousness. What do they do? They fucking take it... Where's that now?
It's buried back underground. It was evil, wasn't
Oh, just chuck it back down there.
Just concrete it over, blow it back, blow the hole, concrete it over, we ain't going back down there.
Surely you would have took it to,
Everyone's face was melting.
Well, couldn't they have just put it in a carrier bag or something?
In a bag for life.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have them back then, did
Oh,
they?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like to think the shit we don't know about, as we all do. Mm-hmm. And it's the X-Files, the Bulgarian X-Files, isn't it? You know?
Oh, it's a slow day on telly when I'm watching that show.
X-Files Bulgarian. Moldenov and Scully the Scar.
Oh, God.
No, come on. I'd like it to be true.
Well, I wouldn't like it to be true. It's an alien telling us we're all going to die in fire.
Well, that's going to happen at some point.
God, I
The
hope
sun's going to explode at some point.
not.
Before we die, we're going to reach the pinnacle of human condition.
Exactly.
But this might be all after. Is it going to happen? How do we know it's going to happen in the next 40 years? We might miss out.
Timeline, was it?
Knowing our luck, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
This could be in a few hundred years.
Could be.
Because
So, we'll be on our deathbed and all of us, our children will go, guess what? I've reached my full human potential. I know you can't and
Oh,
die.
fuck. Because the sun, it's going to be there for a while, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, we're not talking, it's like 40 million years or something daft
So we've
like
got
that.
a while.
The sun,
Yeah, how long's the sun got left?
another 4 billion years.
There we go.
Loads of time.
But eventually, we'll die in fire.
Actually, it's got a lot longer than that. That's just when it'll expand, swallow the earth.
Solar flare. That could
And then
happen
it'll
any
shrink
time,
back down.
couldn't it?
Yeah.
You've seen the movie Knowing with Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage classic.
Yeah, I have, actually.
Special effects in that are actually quite good, especially the plane crash scene. That was really well.
Well, I'm sticking with bollocks. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
I want to believe.
Well, it's something to think about.
I want to go there now and dig it up.
Oh, don't you fucking start.
Use the corpse of Balavango as a shovel.
You're not a miner.
Over my dead body.
I use your corpse as a shovel after I've used yours then.
That desecrated my future bride.
Future dead bride. Wow.
Corpse bride.
You guys can do what you want, but I, for one, have zero interest in going to fucking Bulgaria to look at a big concrete hole. Well, filled in hole.
If it's even there.
If there might be houses on it. You don't know. Could be anything now.
I'll tell you what, we'll go, we'll look at it. If it's a big hole, if it's a concrete over hole, we'll fuck off to the beach bar.
In Bulgaria.
Yeah! It's going to be some lake or something with a beach.
I'd rather go to Rill.
I'd rather go anywhere than Rill.
Alright.
I'd rather go to Chernobyl than Rill. It's not that much difference amongst the fucking locals, let's face it.
Alright, Barmouth.
I've been there, it's alright.
There you
There's
go.
not a lot there though.
Black Rock Sands, I'd rather go
There's
there.
two fucking pubs in Barmouth,
What
that's it.
I'm saying is I've turned into one of those old people, even though I'm only 40, who's like, there's loads of places here
Yeah, but
that are beautiful.
to quote my dad, I went to all them places when I was a kid and there was shit there. I'm not going back now.
No, I love
Yeah,
it.
but in them places, there's not some kind of tomb, alien tomb where.
But they'd be a lot more
Exactly.
interesting if there was.
Yeah, but it's not, we can't get in the alien tomb and read the alien writing, can we? Because it's
We need 700 quid.
not now.
1,500 quid.
Deep.
1,500 quid between us, we can manage that.
We need, It will not cost £1,500 to fly to Bulgaria and dig 1.3 miles down into the ground to read some alien fucking writing. It will cost significantly more.
Some old boy with a JCB and have it out in no time.
Oh, God. For a packet of fags.
A packet of fags and some vodka. Yeah. Come on. And some turnips.
Oh, God.
Their national currency is cabbage.
Well, us three should fit right in.
I want it to be true, I really do.
A trio of cabbages. Well, it's not.
We should have a grand tour to Bulgaria. We'll buy a car each.
Why stop with that? I don't want to go to... No offence, the nobody who's listening in Bulgaria. We might get, you know...
We have had a Bulgarian listener in the past.
Oh, God. Well, I'm sorry to you.
They were on this one, weren't they?
They'd love this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to, you know, insert typical Bulgarian name here. So I don't know what one is.
Stanislav.
Okay.
Go with that.
Sorry, Stanislav. But I don't want to come. I'd rather go to Margate.
God. You've travelled loads.
Yeah, I'm done. I don't want to go anywhere.
It's like you've given up on life.
I haven't given up on life.
I don't want to go anywhere that's not in Britain now.
I
want to see the beauty of the world, the natural splendour, the potential alien sarcophagus buried under the Bulgarian earth.
There's pictures.
Just take me to Margate.
Yeah. You know. What
What's
can I
in
say?
Margate?
I've never been. It's just the first name that came to my head. That's a bit too
Sounds
far
terrible.
south, to be honest. I don't want to go that far.
I'm going to say the Watford Gap. I'm not going to say the Watford
We
Gap.
don't venture that far.
Well, it's true that you are truly middle-aged now.
Mm-hmm.
You wear a Union Jack vest and showing about Brexit soon.
I'm proud of it.
Boat people.
Shoot the boats down. That's what I say.
You got to shoot boats down though. They're not flying.
I was being ironical.
Ah, well.
On that note.
On that note, let's end the show. I've been Ben. Thanks for listening. Do us that well to remember. Love is a law.
I've been Mark. Thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
I've been Gaz, Free Biff Tannen. Goodbye.